mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys Fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys Fan. Getting that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys Fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys Fan.
How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
Yo, 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 what's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, going live because we got some things to talk about. We got some things to discuss, Cowboys Nation. We got some things to discuss as far as the draft coming up. Somebody walk in my front door. Nah, I'm hearing stuff. We got some things to talk about as far as draft-wise, as far as extending the players that we have, being selectively aggressive when it comes to retaining the people that we need to retain on the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell y'all, I've been getting some crap when it comes to going to bat for Rico Dowdle. But that's neither here nor there. It's good to see everybody. If you are still at work or if you're on your way from work, shout out Angie. Hey, don't be texting and driving. Or if you're in the comfort of your own home, welcome. Make yourself at home, kick off your shoes and relax your feet because we are going to be talking Dallas Cowboys talk today. But y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I start out these lives. I always got to start it out by going to the chat to see what's up with everybody. What's going on, Angie? How you doing? Carlito Cash in the building. Dak owns filthy. Hashtag cry equals cry. That's what I'm talking about. Michael Clark in the building. What's going on with you? Said, I'm trying to join this stream. Hey, you know what we do. We always put the link in the chat. I haven't put the link there yet, but I will put the link up and we can go back and forth. We can talk Dallas Cowboy talk because I know you are very knowledgeable in what you say. Hey, what's going on? The one and only Ron the Don Smith. What's going on? What's going on with you? So right now we got 18 people up in here. If you could please smash that like button. Smash the like button. Share if you would like to. Is no pressure. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Brian? What's going on with you, man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to come up and we can talk Dallas Cowboy talk, come on up. So they go to link right there. Y'all know y'all can make it happen. But Cowboys Nation, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out real quick. Give a shout out to one of our very own, one of the Dallas Cowboys content creators that I look up to. He's one of the Yodas that I look up to. Jay Tuck is, hey, somebody already here. All right. Jay Tuck is at the combine, checking out the players and doing what he does, man. Shout out to him. Right. I look up to bruh, man. He's where I would like to be. You know, he's who I inspire to be like. So shout out to Jay Tuck. But real quick, we're gonna go ahead and bring on Mike. What's going on with you, man?
What's the deal, my guy?
Ah, man.
I'm
You
wearing
know
my
what it is.
famous
You know what it
Louis
is.
Prescott hoodie. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Hey,
of
I
people
like
don't
that.
have that, but
I like
just
that.
just trying to do it the way I do it.
Hey, it look like I got you at the crib too. You ain't you ain't
No,
at
no,
work.
I'm at work, baby.
Oh, you at
I'm at
work?
work. Dude. I'm at work. I ain't got to do shit till about 7:30.
Hey, that's what it's about.
All is well. So I keep hearing this. So I got this guy who's a Cowboys fan at my job, but he's one of those fans, the skeptical kind. You know what I'm saying? And when they first brought up the whole they want to draft a quarterback late in the first question I was asked was, "Damn, they just stopped believing in Dak." Calm down, people. Calm down. This is what you're supposed to do. Okay? As a franchise, this is the way to do it correctly. Okay? You have a quarterback, you signed him for 4 years as an extension. So that means you have 3 to 4 years to get a guy in here, have him sit behind him, learn some things, and then once it's time to move on, you got your next guy up. I.e., most people probably won't know this, maybe the true football fans. The Green Bay Packers have had 3 quarterbacks in 32 years.
Yeah.
Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
Yep.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I would have spaced the Jordan Love. I know that he was drafted when he's drafted, but at the same time, like they held on to Aaron Rodgers a little bit too long in
of
that
course.
process.
Same thing with Brett Favre, because remember, Aaron Rodgers sat for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Sat for like 6 years behind that dude.
And the funny thing is, you got Minnesota Vikings fans already saying, no, we good. Please do not send Brett Favre over here. We're good.
Indeed, and they sent him anyway. They sent him anyway.
But I mean, now they're like beforehand, Aaron Rodgers. They're like, nope, we've been here before. We don't want him. Don't send him our way, because Brett Favre from Green Bay to the Jets to Minnesota.
Yep.
Is Aaron Rodgers gonna do the same thing? That's crazy.
No, honestly, I don't think he's gonna play. I think he's done. I think he's done. He'd probably get a backup role, but I think he's done. I think that it's been what, almost 20 years.
It's been a minute.
He's going into year 40. He's going into 40 years this year. I don't think he's done. It sucks to say, because that's the last of our era. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it, you got Matt Stafford, and Aaron Rodgers. That's literally the last of our era. So to see, like, it bittersweet. I mean, he's got his Super Bowl, he's got his 4 MVPs, accolade after accolade after accolade. He's tortured my Cowboys for years. You know what I'm saying? Bittersweet, but it sucks to see him go, but that's Father Time, man. Father Time does not play games. He's undefeated. He's undefeated. If you don't believe me, ask Zach Martin.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, but every time I think of Zach Martin, I'm just like, man, this man is leaving here, another great, leaving here without a ring, man.
The only thing I can say to that is he wasn't wasted. 7 first-team All-Pros. Yeah, his talents were not wasted. Unfortunately, we didn't get to where we needed to be as an organization, as a team. But if we're going individually, that's what dudes play for. They play for those accolades. That, like, to suggest that no star wants to get the Canton is false. Like, everybody wants to be remembered some way, somehow. And if who else was in the Super Bowl? Who else was in the Hall of Fame and never? Jim Kelly never won a Super Bowl. Don Beebe never won a Super Bowl. Thurman Thomas never won. Bruce Smith never won a Super Bowl. So it's not the end all be all if you don't win a Super Bowl, because you still have that opportunity as long as you're one of those impact guys. You know what I'm saying?
Now, answer me this question: why is it the end all be all for some Cowboys fans?
Why
Because
is
it
it the
seems
end
like
all
if we
be
don't
all
win the
for some
Super Bowl, we
Cowboys fans?
suck.
Let me tell you why. because those Cowboy fans are just turning 30. They've never seen one. They've never seen one. I've seen
bad,
3.
man.
I kind of do feel bad, but at the same time, like with the expectations that us as Cowboys fans put on our own team, and the fact that when we don't get there, the vitriol that's spewed out of our mouths, like it's Philadelphia. That's different. They do this to everybody. They hold everybody accountable. Our problem is we hold everybody accountable for what past teams didn't do. We're holding this team accountable for what Tony Romo's era couldn't do, for what Drew Henson's era couldn't do, for what what the hell is his name? Alex Wright couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're holding these dudes accountable. Oh, well, it's been 30 years and Dak Prescott ain't got a hold. Calm down. It's only been 9 years for Dak Prescott going on.
Exactly.
Okay, let's relax a bit. Okay, and it's not for lack of trying. Let's remember, in his rookie year, 13-3, they were going to go to the NFC Championship. Unfortunately, we just spoke about them. We ran into Aaron Rodgers. Ran into Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing you can do about that. When we beat Seattle and we had to play the Rams, it wasn't Dak's fault. I'll tell you this. If the defense didn't give up 247 yards rushing to Todd Gurley and the Rams, we would have went to the NFC Championship. We would have. All right, the 2 San Francisco games, you got that.
I'm about to say.
I'll concede. Yeah. That Packers game, I'm not conceding. I am not conceding, dog. I am not conceding to that. You will not tell me, you cannot tell me, just because Dak Prescott threw two interceptions, that he was the cause to a 48 to what was it, 18, 16? 48 to 16?
It was like 32, I think.
No, we got dog walked 48 to 16 or something like that.
Hold on.
By the Packers. Yeah, we got dog walked. That defense got babied. That defense got babied, bro.
Yeah, it was 48-32.
48-32. So, and look at that. Look at that. I don't care what a team does when they, like the Eagles, they were up in the Super Bowl. They were up by many in the Super Bowl. They put in their backups. Started to give the Chiefs life, right?
Yep.
All I needed my defense to do was get 2 stops. 2. That's all I wanted.
And I mean, you know, I won't put it past Mike McCarthy, Dak in the offense. Like, you cannot start out slow.
Everybody's to blame. Nobody is exempt. But if you're telling me the reason was no, you're lying to yourself. He was not the reason. He was a part of it. He was not the reason. Mike McCarthy refused to run the ball, as per usual. Offense started slow. Dak was pressing.
And
defense couldn't.
It seems like with Mike McCarthy, like when he starts out slow and when the other team gets the upper hand, he falls back onto what he knows instead of going with the game plan that they came up with.
The San Francisco game where Tony Pollard got his leg broke. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you run? What the hell is his name? He's on the roster. He's on the roster with Deuce Vaughn.
Malik Davis.
From what I saw from Malik Davis the year prior, Malik Davis could have handled that.
Right.
I think Malik Davis could have handled that workload. You know what I'm saying? I liked what Malik Davis had to show. You know what I'm saying? 15-yard runs here, 22-yard runs there. I think he could have handled that. But for some odd reason, Mike McCarthy didn't want to run the ball. He didn't want to run the ball.
I don't know if Mike McCarthy even. I mean, obviously he knows how to run an inside zone, but as far as
the problem.
As far as like scheming the run and having that into the game plan, I just don't know if he knows how to really scheme that.
I don't think he does either. See, you got to understand, he's always had big backs. He had Aaron Jones in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? He had the A.J. Dillon in Green Bay. He had those big body backs where you can run an inside zone with those big. We don't got no big body backs.
Right.
Rico Dotto is not a big body back. He's
no,
not.
He's not.
What is he, like 5'10", 230? He is not a big body back. It may seem like it, but he's not. He's a bruiser. Hell yeah, he runs hard.
He gonna run hard, man.
He runs hard. He reminded me shades of Marion the Barbarian. Shades, just shades. I'm not going to give him the full Marion Barbarian, but just shades. Just shades. You know what I'm saying? He runs hard. Like my issue with Mike McCarthy's run game was good run scheme, zone inside zone. Bad personnel to do it with.
Exactly. You can't run a deuce on in an inside zone scheme.
So what? He can hide. I don't care if he can hide. He's better in space. Get him outside.
Yeah.
Get him on the tackles. Same thing with Rico. Get him on the tackles. And you gotta get him on the tackles, man.
I'll keep it a buck. Like this time last year, I was saying like, boy, I can't wait to see DeMarvion Overshown. I can't wait to see what he does on the field. This year, for some crazy reason, I'm saying with Connor Riley and Clayton Adams, I'm waiting to see what they do with Deuce Vaughn.
I would like to see what they do with Deuce, and that's like I think for Deuce, that Connor Riley coming here for Deuce and Cooper Beebe is like it's not a fresh start, but it's like back to business,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to see with those guys. And the way that they're glowingly talking about Guyton, like I want to dip into the draft here a little bit, just a little bit.
We're gonna dip into it.
You know what I'm saying? My issue with most Cowboys fans in the draft, if you ask everybody on here right now, they'll probably tell you, no, take offensive guard or offensive tackle. Why are we doing this? Why is it that we can get running backs that can sit on our roster for 3, 4, 5 years and develop, wide receivers who can sit on our roster for 3, 4, 5 years and develop, defensive players who can sit on our roster for 3, 4, 5 years, but we're gonna just shut down the young bull who the tackle? No,
yeah,
everybody's not Tyron Smith.
Right.
Everybody's not. You lucked up by getting Tyler. You lucked up by getting Tyler Smith. You lucked up there. You lucked up there. You lucked up by, again, allowing him to sit and develop Brock Hoffman. 2 years ago, we didn't want to speak nothing. We looked at Brock Hoffman the way we looked at Matt Waletzko, Josh Ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we looked at him. Last season gave you a different view of what Brock Hoffman is.
I mean, even TJ Bass.
TJ, likewise, you know what I'm saying? Giving those guys that time to develop. You got to allow these kids to develop. Unfortunately, Tyler Guyton was behind the 8 ball anyway because the person he could have learned from, y'all let him walk.
Right.
Y'all let him walk.
That man had like size 14s to fill.
Jesus. 14s, 22s. 22s. Like 22. Because granted he was injured a lot throughout his career here. To suggest that he wasn't a premier left tackle, you're kidding yourself. Right. Tyron Smith is an animal. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those dudes you must have. And to think that we can just draft somebody and it's supposed to be like not skipping a beat, come on, man. These kids need to. And then on top of that, we drafted a dude who only played 8 games in college in 2 years. We drafted a player who played 8 games. Raw. This dude is raw. You got to give him some time. Mozzie Smith, I get it. I get it if y'all want to back off of Mozzie Smith a little bit. Right. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He was brought here to do one job and one job only. Last year, he stepped it up a smidgen, but he didn't shatter the boards. You know what I'm saying? He didn't shatter the boards. He didn't say, well, we don't need to worry about DT in the draft. None of that. Now we're still looking at DT in the draft, and we're looking at DT in free agency because of the lack of know-how from Mozzie Smith. Not saying that he doesn't have the ability to get better, because he does.
Bro.
All these young players do.
When Mozzie Smith said in his interview before the draft, when he said, I don't even like football, I just want to hit people. Somebody. No, bro, that would have threw up the biggest red flag for me. Like, you don't like football. I'm not trying to bring somebody here that wants to play for Philadelphia. Nope.
If you don't
want
like
people
football,
to come here that's like, I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan. I love the Cowboys. Bring them here.
In high school, I was the type, like I started out as a wide receiver. 6'4". Well, I was at 174. 6'4", 174. I ended up fucking around, missing some practices, and they called it a demotion. So they threw me on the defensive line at the edge.
Fun.
Bruh.
That's fun.
First game, 6 sacks, 8 tackles.
Yes, sir.
That's not a demotion. I love football. I love
Mhm.
hitting people more. Okay. I love hitting people more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Now at
hey,
6'4", 270, I don't want to pick up a ball and do nothing. I just want to watch. If I could coach, I would. I would enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd love to coach.
Yeah,
But,
seriously, man. Like I
hey,
love
yo,
this
that
game.
goes
I really
filthy.
do.
I ain't forgot about you. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat again. All you gotta do is click this link that I'm about to throw in the chat, and
Yeah,
you
come
can
on in with us,
come
man.
up
Come
and
on in,
spit
have
your
a chat
game,
with us.
brother.
You know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
know
We
it's about
just
y'all because we like to and I will give Sports Junkie all the love and credit for this, bringing everybody on and being able to allow you guys to talk and everything. I love just y'all coming up here. And
I
we
enjoy
getting
this, man. I really do. I would like to start a podcast myself. Right now, there's a lot going on. I just moved into a house not too long ago.
Congratulations.
I'm doing a bunch of work in my backyard. I want to finish my basement. I gotta build shit and build shit and build shit. So you know how that goes. But eventually, yeah, I will be a part of the Cowboys podcast family, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so make sure you get that stuff done because once you start,
Yeah, I know.
this is it.
I know. And I'm like my lady. She was like, I think like the way you talk. Me and my brother, we talk ball. He's an Eagles fan. I love him, but
Ooh,
I love him, but I hate him. I hate that fucking guy.
a
Hey,
house
pardon
divided.
my language. I can't stand him. I can't, but I love him. He's my brother. You know what I'm saying? But him and I can come together and talk ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
I see it from his perspective. He sees it from my perspective. We talk about each other's teams. Like I'm a football fan. I am a
Yes.
football fan to the core. I don't care who your team is. Like if I know something about them, I'll expound on it. If I don't know nothing about it, I'll let you know. Like, yeah, I don't know too much about that dude. Like, so Clayton Adams, right? Clayton Adams had the third best running game in the league last year with the third best offensive line. Can
Yeah.
you tell me who those guys were? Yeah, exactly. I don't know either. I don't know either.
I'm sitting
So
there like,
so if he could take a bunch of dudes nobody knows but the Arizona Cardinals and whoever else drafted them, you know what I'm saying? And these guys are known, like let's see what happens, man. Like don't get your panties in a twist. Oh man, we're gonna be trash this year. We don't know. We don't know. The Eagles didn't know they
right,
were going to win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs didn't
right.
think that they would lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they thought they was on the way through to a three-peat.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I kind of wanted to see it. I've never seen it.
I mean, I wanted to see it because
Well,
forget the Eagles.
I mean, yeah, that's all right. All right, maybe that was the reason why I wanted to see it. But for the most part, like it's something that's never been done, and I'd like to
Right.
see it happen. You know what I'm saying? Do I want it to be Patrick Mahomes? No, I'd rather it be a Cowboy. But
Of course.
we
Of course.
can't always get what we want.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey,
Who else
now
is
Cal
joining us?
65, what's going on with you? What's
Who
going
else
on
is
with
joining
you?
us? Come on now, don't be shy. Come on, join us.
I
Talk.
see, I see the lead commander that came up in here. What's going on with you? Appreciate the support. Commanders fan. I tell you, I was rooting for the Commanders against the Eagles. I'll keep it a buck. I was rooting for the Commanders. I was like, let the
Yeah,
Commanders go to the Super Bowl.
I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see that because I wanted to see Terry McLaurin actually get to where he's supposed to go, and I think
Mm.
he did. I think he did. They constructed that offense isn't bad. Washington's offense isn't bad, but it's not great.
It's
That defense, the Washington's defense is a problem.
mm.
Is a problem.
But my
Unfortunately, they allowed Jonathan Allen to seek a trade. I think that was dumb on their part because that staple right there, Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, just that right there, just
Mhm.
that right there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that right there it's always been a thorn in the Eagles side, the Cowboys side, the Giants side. Like it's always been a thorn. So if hopefully Dan Quinn goes back and tries to retread that somehow, whether it be in the draft or in free agency.
Let me Let me get this chat real quick. It says, what are your thoughts on Diggs?
I was actually about to answer that one, but go ahead. I'll let you go first.
My thoughts on Trayvon is that when you know what he is when he's fully healthy, when he's out on the field 100%, given 100%, this man can be a beast. He can be no fly zone on his side.
For sure.
But when are we going to get there? And I hate the fact that he was injured for months and then comes back and then gets injured again. Like
same knee.
Like we could have negated this whole situation if you would have just allowed him to heal. You know what I'm saying? I think
same thing with the Michael Gallup thing.
Yeah, I think we keep bringing players back way too early. Like Michael Gallup probably still would be with this team hadn't we brought him back early. Just get another wide receiver. Get another wide receiver to take his place. And I know they tried that, but go ahead.
Hold on. Now, what Diggs is he talking about? Is he talking about the wide receiver Diggs, or is he talking about Trayvon? Because if you're talking about Trayvon, I'm going to be honest with you. What? Okay, I get that. I get that, LT Ray. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I don't want Overshown back too quick either. I'll take Overshown back in week 13. I don't care. As long as he at least gets to see the field for at least 3 games, I'm cool with it. He doesn't have to see the field and go super hard and keep him on a pitch count, at least for now. Honestly, I didn't anticipate seeing Overshown until 26. But,
could you
that's
imagine?
well worth it, though.
Could you imagine if we were on the trajectory like December, we're going into that, in the season on a high note and going into the playoffs, and you get a DeMarvion Overshown back the first week of December?
Bruh. What I do, okay, so since we're touching on linebacker, if Eric Kendricks is not coming back and they want to, Eberflus is supposed to be some linebacker guru. If they could get something out of Damone Clark to at least unlock him, something, just get something. Honestly, I think Zimmer gave up on him too fast. I think Zimmer gave up on him too fast.
Yeah, because I know everybody in Cowboys Nation, they was hammering on Damone Clark.
Right. Well, you got to understand something. Under Dan Quinn, we didn't have linebackers. We had Marquise Bell.
Marquise Bell, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they had this guy as the Mike as a cover linebacker. He's not a cover linebacker. He's a downhill smash your face in linebacker. You can see it from his size. He's like 6'3", 250. You know what I'm saying? That dude is a smack you linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Blitz, smack you linebacker. That's Damone Clark. So if I'm seeing it the way Eberflus is seeing it, hopefully they can unlock something within him. Because I think him, Marist, and Overshown, bruh.
Bro, I think Marist, give Marist a little bit of attention at the Mike linebacker position. Give him that attention. Yeah. Let Eberflus let him work with him. I think that man's gonna be a dog.
Marist showed me a lot last year. Marist he had his hat everywhere. He had his hat everywhere in coverage, run stopping. The Bull, I think he caused like four turnovers last year. And that was just in like his 5-game sample size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's making quarterbacks fumble. He's making running backs fumble. Like, he's everywhere. So he understands the importance of, let's get the ball. Let's get the ball. I need to be where the ball is at. Let's get the ball. Whereas Overshown, he excels in everything. Like, he does, man.
Yeah. I was like, just watching him, because when somebody comes back off an injury, you kind of watch them like, okay, don't do anything to tweak this. Don't do anything. Bruh. Man, I was entertained the whole time.
He played like he didn't have a care.
Yeah. And that's
the type of ball I like.
It wasn't anything he did that caused his injury. Like somebody rolled up on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so
he was playing perfect.
Yeah.
Him and Micah together, fucking dumb dog.
But I also tell you this, Micah was out when Overshown was really shining.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back. I feel that
Overshown was still shining.
I think DeMarvion Overshown was more of a leader and is
Micah.
more of a leader than Micah Parsons.
And he does see the joy of that is that I'm glad you said that. The joy of that is Micah may verbally be the leader. Overshown's doing it with just his play.
Exactly.
He's just doing it with his play. Michael was doing that, and he still is. I'm not taking nothing away from Micah's leadership on the field as far as his play is concerned, because it's not like he takes plays off. Does he get frustrated easily when he's got doubled and triple teams and he's getting chipped? Yeah, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yep.
he'll back down a little bit, but for the most part, shit. Think about it. What he came back in week 12? I think he came back in week 12, but he still had 12 sacks.
Yeah.
Missed 4 games. So imagine if he didn't get injured, he probably would have had 19, maybe 20 sacks. You know what I'm saying? So it's not for lack of trying with these dudes. It's putting the right pieces in place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like me personally in the draft, I would like to take a big-bodied nose. I want Deion Walker. I want Deion Walker out of Kentucky. That's what I want, personally.
Let's see. Deion Walker. Where's he falling?
Kentucky. 6'6", 340. 340 plus.
All right. He's 98. He's 98 ranking on Pro Football Focus.
I want Deion Walker. If you can get Deion Walker in the third, this is how I want my draft to go. Either get me a wide receiver or a running back in the first. Most people say, don't take a running back in the first. Listen, the last time we took a running back in the first, he won the rushing title, 3 years?
3 years?
Zeke Elliott. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Tough.
So it's not for lack of trying. So I either want a running back in the first round or a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
My second round, depending on what you do in the first, you're going to take a running back or wide receiver. I'm preparing for life without Genty. Right? That's what I'm preparing for life without Genty. So I'm taking Genty out of the mix. If Ted McMillan, Luther Burton, Matthew Golden is there, take one of them in the first round.
What about Emeka Egbuka?
Even Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Second round, give me Omarion Hampton.
Yo, Dacon's filthy. Dacon's filthy. If you want to come up, man, I'll put the link in the chat.
Please do. Come on.
I don't want you thinking I forgot about you. I ain't forgot about you.
We talk to everybody around here.
And it is available to anybody who wants to hit the link and come up and holler at us.
For sure.
Talk that Cowboys talk, real talk. That's a lot of talk.
Yeah, third round. I'm fine with if McMillan and Genty are both there at 12. Who are you taking?
If they're both there at 12, see, I mean, we can get into a mock draft, real talk, because that's actually what I had in mind.
I'm fine with that. But LT Ray, to answer your question, this draft is so wrought with running backs that you honestly can't go wrong. So even if you don't take a Genty, you get an Omarion Hampton or a Jordan James in a second. I would take McMillan only because I need to know that the wide receiver I have on the opposite side of CD can literally take the pressure off of him. Come on, Cinsman.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Big Gamer. Big Gamer in the house. Kevin Hicks in the house. What's going on? Kevin Howard in the building. What's good with you? I ain't say what's up to the people in the chat. My bad, y'all. My bad. Y'all hanging. So yeah, y'all definitely hit that link because we're gonna be doing this mock draft for y'all. I said I was gonna do a seven round mock draft, and I'll keep it a buck with you. When we get to round 5, they kind of dwindle off for me, but you know what I'm saying?
I agree, Angie. I like Henderson. I like Quinshon Judkins. I like Judkins. I like Jordan James, Devin Neal. Again, is so wrought with running back talent. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You can't really go wrong. You can even go get the Martinez, Damian Martinez, or whatever his name is. What school? I want to say Arizona, but I would be wrong.
For what?
Running back. Is it Martinez? I think it's Damian Martinez.
Let me see real quick. I got the draft pulled up right here.
I mean, yeah, you need taller receivers. You need a big body receiver for one reason and one reason only. 50-50 balls.
Yes, contested catches and
50-50.
and Miami Hurricanes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
even him. He's just as nice.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna give some wild delusional predictions for the next season.
Can I ask a question, Drew? Why is it such a setback in your
Drew in the building? Hold on real quick. We'll get to that. But let me get to LT Ray real quick. Chiefs don't make it to the AFC Championship, and the Cowboys do better than expected.
I'll accept that.
I'll accept it too. A thing that I'm seeing is somebody on the AFC side is going to break the ceiling, whether it's the Buffalo Bills or the Baltimore Ravens.
I give it to the Baltimore Ravens before the Bills.
Somebody's going to break that ceiling and go to the Super Bowl.
The reason why the Bills will never break that seal is because they rely too heavily on Josh Allen. They rely too heavily on Josh Allen. Was it really Ken Dorsey's fault that Josh Allen was throwing so many picks? No, I don't think it was, because if I'm looking at it, you got James Cook over there. James Cook was a man among boys. You mean to tell me, like,
see
seriously?
What he did to us?
He killed us.
Damn,
bro, you didn't even throw over 100 yards when you played us.
For real,
over 100 yards.
And the thing is that it was raining. We knew this was gonna happen.
I can't do the Cam Scatterbo. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I cannot do it. He's a fifth year back, which means there's not enough tread on those tires. He's a fifth year back coming out of college. I can't do it. I
appreciate you, League Commander. He said we disagree a lot.
We do.
But I bet we won't disagree on this. Jaden Daniels is a problem. He is a problem. And I don't know if his second year slump is going to be much of a slump like people were thinking.
Yeah, I'll say that. I don't think it's going to have much of a slump. I don't think he is. As long as Cliff Kingsbury's offense stays consistent and they give him the weapons that he needs another body. He needs another big body receiver. That's what he needs. He definitely needs one of those. He needs another running back because Cam Akers is a little long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? And so is Robinson. Yeah, he's a little long in the tooth. And how much more of these guys than the injuries last year with the running backs? And I don't know how long you're going to be able to sustain that. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to go out on a limb and put my franchise quarterback in any more danger than he's already been in. Luckily, he did not suffer any injuries.
Right.
Luckily.
But I mean, we look at the RG3 situation in Washington.
Exactly. So it's like sometimes history can repeat itself.
Let's see.
Jaden Daniels is a problem to everybody else because we did not have a problem with him at all.
Right.
We did not have a problem with him.
Want
to tell you why we didn't have a problem with him? Because we play Jalen Hurts twice a year.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem with Jalen Hurts. We don't have a problem with Jalen Hurts. The problem with the Eagles is, and somebody said something about their D-line. I'm going to be honest with you. Tyler Smith owns Carter. He owns that man. Like, Carter can't do nothing with Tyler Smith.
Oh, Drew in here, he gonna beg to differ. You know he gonna press that button.
Yeah, bro, press it. Okay,
homie,
right telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your fandom is taking over, Drew. Your fandom is taking over. Let's look at this with objective eyes. Okay, with subjective eyes.
All right, LT Ray. Diggs is the reason I don't want to overshow him back anytime soon. Don't want him to go down the Diggs path. Yeah,
I agree. If that means if drafting a Carson Schlesinger or a Bassa can ensure that I can let him rehab until 2026 and we won't skip a beat, I'm fine with it.
All right, let's see. See if we can go ahead and now if anybody want to join before we enter this mock draft, hit the link. Let me know.
It's not cap, bro. If you go back and look at the film, Look at the film. Look at the film. Look at the film. Look at the film. Okay, y'all got the better of us this year on the edges because y'all took it to Terrence Steele and y'all took it to Tyler Guyton or Chumi Edoga. Y'all wasn't really getting much penetration up the middle. You really weren't. But I'll let you go ahead and believe that. Look at the film, bro.
So my only issue with Jaden is he looks small, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well, you know what? I can agree with bruh. He took a hit from a safety last year and he flew like 6 feet.
Oh.
Yeah. I agree. He
so
does
he
need
don't
a
have
little bit more weight.
He don't have that foundation.
Yeah, he needs more weight on him. He does.
Okay.
But that comes with time. He still hasn't developed his grown man body yet.
Right. All right, y'all. We gonna get into this mock draft real quick. See if I can pull that up.
Yes, Lord.
Let's see.
I've been waiting to do one of these with one of y'all.
Yeah, this is the first time doing a mock draft like this with everybody.
I'm trying to get Rome to do this.
We gonna do it.
I'm trying to get CFT to do this, John.
Man, CFT is that dude.
That's
shout
my
out to
guy,
CFT. Man, shout out to all the content creators. We be doing the Lord's work. All right, let's see how this is set up. I'm looking at it on another screen too. Come on now, show me the mock draft. Can y'all see it?
Are we doing 7? I can, yeah. Are we doing 7 rounds?
Yeah, we're gonna do the whole 7. So let me go ahead and start this over. Boom. So okay, there we go. I'm looking at it on my screen as well. All right, y'all know who we picking. 7 rounds. Carrot for positional value. I learned that from CFT. I always put it in the middle. All right, starting the draft. Here we go. Anybody trying to trade back? Trade back. Speak now for your piece.
The only way I'll trade back is if I can get a definite 4th.
Hey,
no, actually, Drew, I'm from Chester. I'm from Chester, Pennsylvania. I'm not from Philly. I will never be ever from Philly. I will never claim to be from Philadelphia. Everybody else who lives around the surrounding area may say Philadelphia. No, I'm from Chester. We are our own city. Yeah, bro.
Oh, guess what?
All right. See, prepare for life. Prepare for life without Genty. All right, so
Genty goes.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at as far as receivers are concerned?
Right now, the receivers that we're looking at. All right, we got
Matthew
Golden,
Jack Bush, Strepo,
Jack Beck,
Jaden Higgins. Jaden Higgins is a big body.
I like Savion Williams, but
I love Savion Williams, but if I can get him in the 2nd and push my running back to the 3rd, I'll take it. Let's go with Emeka Egbuka in the 1st round.
All right, so we're gonna go with Emeka Egbuka. But see, my thing is, I would look at the trades. Right now, you got trade 15. Let's see if we can go trade that and get our 4th round back.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that.
And the trade is accepted.
All right.
So we're going at 15 now.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, Egbuka is at 18. So we still can do it. Walter Nolan's on the board with Mississippi. Defensive area.
So the reason why I want skill players is because these offensive linemen need time to gel, especially under Clayton Adams. They need time to gel. If they don't have that time to gel, then you will never see this line ever get good. Because all you're doing is just interchanging a rookie with another rookie. That's all you're doing.
See, if it were me right here with the Carolina Panthers, I would try to trade my. Never mind. There's only one good trade. Never mind. I'm gonna stick with the trade. But anyway, so we go skill position. Emeka Egbuka for the wide receiver spot. There we go. All right, round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2. Do you go for defense or do you go for your running back? Right now, the running backs that are left. We still got the whole cream of the crop because it was only the 1st round. Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah, I can't do that one. I'm sorry.
I think we got Scatterboo at home. Keep it a buck with Hunter Lipke. I think we got Scatterboo at home.
Real talk. I don't know. Yeah. So you got Travion Henderson, Caleb Johnson, Devin Neal, Sean Judkins, RJ Harvey, DJ Giddens.
I like DJ Giddens.
Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue's nice. Damian Martinez.
With Damian at 131. Mm-hmm. Shoot, you could wait for Damian, real talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you know what? Let's go defense then. Let's see what the defense has to offer. DT.
Right.
DT.
So for the defensive interior, is my man gone? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Tiomalo.
But
Malawalu.
The edge rusher, man.
Yeah.
15 sacks, 14 hits, 22 hurries. Like, great on defensive, run grade. Like, this is somebody that I would look at. But I know we need a defensive interior.
Yeah.
And
just like the running backs, this draft is so wrought with defensive linemen, linebackers. It's just crazy.
Right.
So wait a minute, is Deion Walker off the board?
Is Deion Walker off the board? Let's see.
Somebody take him in round 1?
Nope, that's Jalen Walker. I don't see him.
Oh wow, okay. That might be a steal.
Huh.
That might be a steal. A lot of the like Brian Broaddus, Vach, a lot of those guys, like, they'll gloss over Deion Walker because they say he has a motor issue. I don't think he does. Besides, I'm using him as a rotational piece anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if we're able to keep Osa. It's just going to be a rotational piece with Mozzie anyway until he's up anyway. So that's just how I see it. Jack Sawyer. I've been hearing a lot about Jack Sawyer.
Let's see. We got Cam at home. I want a running back. Angry. We want a running back.
I do too. I want a running back. But
yeah, I want a running back too.
There's so many. It's just like, ooh, like, because I know there's going to be a run. You said we just got our 4th back too, didn't we?
Yep, we just got our 4th back. See, I'm the I'll be willing and dealing on these things. When I do my mock drafts, I'll go here and I will and deal. Boom. Let's see. Oh, they're gonna give me another 4th.
Hey, I'll take 2 4ths.
Just to move back 5 spots.
I'll take 2 4ths if that's the case. Maybe my guy is there on the defense. Tyler Booker.
Look at that. And Tyler Booker, we need a guard.
Schlesinger.
Left guard. But he's played right.
Carson Schlesinger. He's there. Xavier Restrepo. You might get Savion Williams the way you want it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Savion Williams, I know he's falling in like the 80s. Where he at?
I love Savion Williams.
82, Savion Williams.
You want to double dip? Let's double dip.
No, but we do got to look at the running back situation, see who we can get with the running back situation, because Travion Henderson is not gonna last. 67.
Henderson.
I mean,
who was that?
I know a lot of people look at Caleb Johnson and Travion Henderson, Quinshawn Judkins.
Quinshawn Judkins, yeah. I don't know which one would be better, a better fit.
I think Travion would, just for the simple fact that his size. You see that man's arms? I mean, no Diddy, but
yeah. Well, guess what? I guess Travion Henderson is the play.
But we can see. You know what? I'm gonna try and wheel and deal again. Here we go. He was 67.
Mm-hmm.
He was 67. Let's see who's that. Ooh, Philly.
Yeah, no. Listen, every time I do a mock draft and they try to trade something with me, hell no. Y'all ain't getting no love from me at all.
And so with the 49th pick, we want to see. Damn, I love this. I love this edge rusher right here. But also, you look at his
Tui Malau. I know exactly who that is. And you are right, sir. He's nice. He's nice.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I might.
If defense is where we go, I'm taking your guy. If defense is where we go at 49, I'm taking your guy.
Let's get it. Bam. All right, here we go. Now it has to be running back. We've got to do running back. Devin Neal,
RJ Harvey.
Yeah, RJ Harvey. See how tall, what his measurements are. 5'9", so he's an Aston Genty type. He's got the same size, but
we kind of already got. If keeping Rico Dowdle, we already got that.
Right.
What's Devin Neal?
6'1", 212. Devin Neal. He is 5'11", 215.
I kind of want a big back. Back.
Yeah.
What's Damian Martinez?
Damian Martinez, 6 foot, 232.
That's a big back, but as far as height is concerned,
definitely a big back. I look toward DJ Giddens because of the Kansas State relationship.
Yeah, listen. That's 2 guys, 3 guys. K-State. I mean,
yeah. So who we saying? We saying RJ or Damian? Because if we saying Damian, we can wait.
We're gonna go RJ.
We're going RJ.
We have 2 fourths, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, and you could double dip on DT right there. Honestly.
RJ
Harvey.
Let's get it. Lock it in, y'all. Lock it in. They not keeping Rico. Todd Church says that they're not keeping Rico Dowdle. Man, I hope they keep Rico. Dang, and DJ Giddens is still
there.
He is still on the board.
We're in the beginning of the 4th. Double dip if you got to, baby. I'm not mad. 4 picks and we get a second. So then remember, we do have 4 fifths.
Yeah. See, what's that? And he's BPA wise, he's second on the board. So get him. We're getting him. Double dipping with 2 running backs.
We can get a wide receiver in the 6th. We can get if everybody is. Wait a minute. Yeah, Jordan James was definitely gone.
JJ 6'2", 325.
That's an interior.
Yeah, interior.
I want to go bigger. I need at least 6'5", 340.
6'5", 340.
Yeah, I need nastiness on the board. I need nastiness down there.
All right, so
Jadon
Blue. Oh, we got Jackson Dart that done fell to 126.
Oh wow. I'm not ready for a quarterback yet. I think if sticking to what the Joneses really want to do in the later rounds, I'll take one in the later rounds.
There's a
yes, I do love defensive tackles. Hence why you got to look at it like this, right? In a draft where you have needs, right? There's so many rounds that you can do stuff in, right? So originally we had 10 picks. Okay. That's when in the 3rd round, I probably would have got a DT, or in the 2nd round, I would have got a DT.
Yeah.
If these moves if he didn't wheel and deal, I would have got one earlier. But the fact that we get 2 4th round picks and we're at the beginning of the 4th, we can double down on DT in the 4th and then go offensive lineman in the 5th with one of the picks, and then there's 3 others where I can play the numbers game with the linebackers and the corners.
Angie says, what about a cornerback?
Honestly, I think this year we're going to deal with corner and free agency.
Right. I've always thought that as far as like defensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver.
What you want to do is you want to draft one, sign one, pending on your need. You know what I'm saying? Pending on your need. So if I was to not have Osa come back, I'm drafting one, signing two. That's just me. I'm drafting one and I'm signing two. I'm drafting one that I can develop behind the two veterans that I have who are going to be my primary guys. And then remember, you still have Mozzie Smith. So
Mozzie. All right. So with the second, fourth round pick, I don't want to go deep into it because we're at pick 118 and we down in the 126 rankings right now. Yeah, so
well, you got to remember that's because those quarterbacks are still there. If those quarterbacks weren't still there, it'd be a little different. You know what? Grab Will Howard. Grab Will Howard. Wait a minute. Will Howard's a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Will Howard's a quarterback. Oh, no, never mind. I don't need no quarterback now. I do not need a quarterback. Not in the fourth.
I'm about to say, if I was...
I want a project.
I'd really have to... I'd have to look at this quarterback. I mean, I've done a lot of research on Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Because I like the way he plays.
I'd rather have somebody I can groom as far as a quarterback is concerned.
Right. So
we're definitely going DT. We're definitely going DT. So
all right, we're going DT. So your best DT right now is JJ Peegs.
I guess that's where we're going. BPA.
That's where we're going.
BPA.
Well, we got a safety at BPA right now. Billy Bowman. We gotta take into consideration what Angie said. What about the cornerbacks?
Yep.
Okay.
So we can go play in the secondary.
Elijah
Huzzie. Yeah, I like Elijah Huzzie. No, it's not the Jones that I'm trusting. The Jones are trusting with Chauncey. The Jones, if you look at it, since the signing, since the hire, the Jones are trusting Shotty. So that's who I'm trusting. I'm trusting Shotty to make the right move at the right time.
Right. Exactly.
Believe it or not, Cowboys Nation, man, Jerry Jones has given Shotty the keys. Y'all probably don't believe it. You probably don't want to hear it, but he did. He gave Shotty the keys. You can tell that just by the coaching staff.
I like the looks of this. Luke Kandra.
Okay.
Right guard. I mean, I know like we have Brock Hoffman and everything, but
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having depth.
Yeah, depth.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with having depth. And not only that appeases Cowboys fans who really wanted a lineman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it is Luke. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys.
And as many picks as we have, it wouldn't hurt to grab another one, maybe a tackle.
Right. I was thinking a tackle. I wonder if that tackle has fell. There's this tackle that I was looking at.
Who is Shotty? Who is Shotty? Only the son of a legendary coach. He's been around the game his entire life. He's been in the NFL 25 years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure experience matters. See, the way Cowboys Nation is working at this juncture is y'all hear the big names like Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn and Kellen Moore, and y'all hear these names. Remember, just like Shotty, all these dudes, Cody Simon, I would go linebacker.
Yep.
I kind of want a Schlesinger, but he's not there. So, the one thing that all those dudes have in common is they're first year head coaches. Who's to say that it's going to work out with any of those dudes? I don't care what their team looks like. It could be a first time head coach with the Eagles. It's no guarantee that it's going to work out the way that everybody thinks it is.
All right, we just picked up Cody Simon, Ohio State. Look like it's an Ohio State draft so far. All right, so now we have pick 172 with 5 picks left.
5 picks left.
And it looks like we're falling on linebackers and running backs.
Yep, linebackers. So that's what we're going to play with. We're going to play with linebackers because of the Marvion Overshown.
Yeah.
I do like Luther Burden. I do like him. But do I like him enough to go away from an Emeka Ibuka? Ted McMillan, he's not exactly the body that I want.
Exactly. That's
You know
my thing.
He's good. I'll pick Luther Burden over Matthew Golden. I would definitely take Ibuka over. I would take Luther Burden over Matthew Golden.
Yeah, like
because they're pretty much the same size for real.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, isn't Luther Burden like 5'11"?
Yeah, 5'11". Matthew is what 5'10", 5'11", maybe even 6 foot.
See, I want somebody out at that X position.
Your X receiver should be your big body receiver.
Be the big body receiver. Yeah. So if Ted McMillan somehow falls to 12, you
take that.
Take it
and run with it.
All right, so we looking at
we got 5 more picks, right?
Yeah, we got 5 more picks.
Well, you know what? Yeah, our running back room is small. Our running back room is like still open. So,
all right. So, are we looking at linebacker still or
Danny Stutzman?
Danny Stutzman. Yeah, he did a formal interview with the Cowboys.
Yes, he did. I like his measurables.
All right.
I like his measurables.
Going with another linebacker.
I would take it to offensive line one more time. Just look for a tackle. Somebody because remember, we still have Awesome Richards.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And Awesome Richards showed me last year he can play. You still have Guyton, who's a project. Hopefully year 2, he'll be a lot better than what he was year 1.
Right.
So and then you still I think they're bringing back Chuma Adoga, and he's more of a swing.
Right.
Honestly, yeah, I think D-Law is done. I don't think he's done of the Cowboys doing. I think he's done of the DeMarcus Lawrence's bodies doing. You know what I'm saying? I think because the past 2 years he's been riddled with injuries so bad, like it was like he couldn't catch a break. So like when he got injured this year, that was literally a much needed break for him.
Mm-hmm.
So
what I hear is that he still wants to play.
If he still wants to play, and we're able to bring him back, yeah, let's go LSU guy, BPA.
LSU,
yeah, BPA. And besides those big name schools, those schools right there, if I don't care if it's the 7th round, if they're at the top of your board, those are the dudes you want.
Now this is when. Hold on.
That's when you go ahead and grab yourself another receiver.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Or safety.
Because there's this receiver. I'm gonna do a video on him.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I am so looking forward. I'm so looking forward to seeing what Jonathan Mingo and Ryan Flanoy can do. Because they showed me some things last season. It's just, unfortunately they just didn't get the opportunities that they needed, and plus they were dealing with somebody who just threw the ball everywhere but to their hands.
Let me see something. I'm gonna try and do a finagle right here.
Bam! Are you giving up that last 5th?
Yeah, that's what is that? That's the last. I think that's the 7th. Yeah, that's
okay. The 6 and the 7. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a 6 and a 7 to move up to 201 because I want my dude.
All right.
And I think like right here, get a quarterback.
Yeah.
You get Kyle McCord,
Max Brahmer.
Yeah, let's check him out.
What? Jordan James is still there?
Who? Oh, Jordan James, yeah.
Are you serious? Bruh. Just because they wanted to beat dicks, I would grab him. Just bruh.
That's 3 running backs.
And that's the downside. That's the downside. Oh my God. I can't believe we left him out there on the board.
I mean, I think we left Ollie Gordon the second.
Ollie Gordon. That's what I mean. It's just so raw with running back talent.
Right.
So raw with running back talent. You wanted to get a wide receiver and a corner.
Oh, I already said it in. I should be able to get my wide receiver with 201.
Okay.
So you want to go Jordan James?
No, because the defense does need some attention. So let's go with a corner. Jalen Smith. Oh God, I'm so sick and tired of seeing Jalen's. I'm so sick and tired of seeing Jalen's.
That's the next BPA.
That's the name. God damn it! All right, Jalen Smith it is.
Hey, Jordan James still there?
Oh wow! But we need that. We need that other wide receiver.
Did I? Oh, he gone.
See?
They picked him.
Kyron Lacey. Yeah, but he's about to go down for murder.
Who?
Kyron Lacey.
What?
He about to go down for murder.
Damn, they picked my dude Ty Felton.
Okay.
That's who I wanted. But now I don't want to receive it.
All right, Jordan James it is. Let's go.
Jordan James. We got Jordan James.
Whichever one of them can pull it off.
3 running backs.
I'm fine with it.
3 running backs. Let's see the grade, Cowboys Nation. Let's see the grade. Ooh, we got a D+. For
RJ Harvey.
Yep.
Really? DJ Giddens.
DJ Giddens A- in the 4th round. That's pretty good. Hey.
Jalen Smith. Jordan James is an A in the 6th round. A B+.
Hey. Ain't bad. Ain't bad at all.
That Danny Stutzman, I think he's going to be something, man. That Danny Stutzman's going to be something.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the mock draft. I enjoyed being here with you. I enjoyed the chat. You guys, you know what I mean? So can I, Angie. I can definitely see Mingo and Flanoy outshining Brooks and Tolbert. I am so sick of the Jalen's. Like, if you ask me, this is what I would do. What the hell is a floor? I'm not feeding into it. I'm not feeding into this guy. Like, he's just trolling today. Like, but I would package deal the Jalen's. I don't care where you go. I'm package dealing you, okay? Because there's no amount of growth that you can do at this point that can show me that you are an NFL number 2 receiver. It's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. I mean, even when Tolbert had the keys in his hand, he still couldn't do it.
I mean, maybe Tolbert could be somebody's number. Really, no, somebody's number 4.
Honestly, I don't really see. Mingo was more of a number 2 when he was, you know what I'm saying, especially against them pigeons. He put Quinshawn Mitchell in a blender.
He put him in
a blender. Like, boy, I'm telling you.
Shoot. Yeah, see, Angie, that's what I'm talking about. Like Jalen Brooks, man, his blocking assignments. There were so many times that he missed blocking assignments. I'm like, come on, dude.
Ryan Flanoy does not mind blocking.
And he got the build to do so.
He's a bigger body receiver.
And
he doesn't mind blocking. Same thing with Flanoy. Same thing with Mingo. Neither one of them mind blocking. They really don't. So
and Drew Flournoy is a rookie that we acquired in the draft. So that's who Ryan Flournoy is.
Don't worry. You'll get to know him next season.
Do we think that D Law is leaving?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You think so? I'm indifferent. You know, if especially you leave, I just don't want you going to somebody like the Washington Commanders or the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though
Chargers, go to the Chargers or something. Like,
follow Zeke.
We punch on them anyway. Just go to the Chargers or something. Like,
Chauncey Johnson. Do we trust the Joneses? No, by all means, I don't trust the Joneses. I've done so much material on the Joneses just on top of their domes as far as getting the stuff done. I feel like the culture and everything, the philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys stems from Jerry Jones, and he's embedded it in the walls so much. Just like imagine there's an animal shelter and the animal shelter builds another animal shelter and leaves the old one. You gonna move into that animal shelter?
No, I'm cool.
No.
I'm
It's gonna
cool.
smell like piss. It's gonna
Oh Lord.
you're gonna have to gut the whole thing.
Animal shelter that's carpeted. Yeah, no, I'm not doing
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
nah,
not
you
doing
ain't gonna do that.
I'm
So
not.
you got to gut out the whole thing. That's what needs to happen with the Dallas Cowboys. That whole philosophy needs to be gutted out. You
For
know,
sure.
because I believe that like the way Jerry Jones feels is the way that Micah feels with his
Mhm.
podcast. Oh, Jerry can do this, I can do this too. You know, if Jerry would have put his foot down, like, nah, this ain't happening.
I'm a firm
Then
believer in it's something that I tell my lady, something that I tell my brother, something that I tell my kids. You only get away with what you're allowed. You only get away with what you're allowed.
yeah,
If they allow you to do it, yeah, you can get away with it. But the minute they start putting their foot down, and I also tell them this: don't complain about what you allowed in the beginning. If
right,
you allowed
right,
this in the beginning, I don't want to hear nothing else because this is what you allowed, even though you allowed me to get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So if they wanted to change the culture, it should have started up here.
right, right. Aim
Started
for
up
the
here.
head, not the body.
You know what I'm saying? And if I don't know if let me ask y'all something. Has anybody seen a press conference from Jerry Jones since Shotty's been signed?
Like
I wait.
I've big time show in the building.
This time last year, we've seen Jerry more than we saw Dak Prescott.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
So
starting to think that this is now
change,
starting to be the
changing of the
era
guard.
of Stephen Jones.
This is the
Yep,
changing of the guard.
yep.
This is literally the changing of the guard. We are seeing it in real time. I mean,
It's
y'all,
like
this is what y'all asked for. Y'all getting what y'all wanted now. Don't complain to me about the results. Don't complain to me about the results. I'm hoping, just like you guys, that the results are fruitful. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Big time show. I'll put the link in the chat if you want to come up and holler at us, give your expertise on the Dallas
Well,
Cowboys.
unfortunately, my guy,
Okay.
Angry, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to get back together. We're going to do this again. I don't care if I'm at work or I'm at home. It doesn't even matter. But we're going to do this again.
All right.
ACF family, I thank y'all for joining us and allowing me this opportunity to speak to y'all. I mean, Drew, we'll beef later. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a pleasure. It was fun. We're going to keep doing this, man. I enjoy it.
All right, my brother, man. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Y'all do the same, all right?
Peace.
DCL for life.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good mock draft. That was a good mock draft. Yeah, man. So if, like I said, big time, if you want to come on, holla at me. The link is in the chat. But Drew, man, why you be giving my man stuff? He talking about who's a Flournoy. Like, he got to get time to develop. He ain't our wide receiver one, so he ain't gonna come right out the gate, pulling a CD Lamb. It even took CD Lamb his rookie year to really get acclimated with the Dallas Cowboys system. So, he ain't gonna come out the gate, running. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, I got a couple topics that I want to talk to y'all about, like the whole selectively aggressive statement. I know I did a video on that whole selectively aggressive statement, and I just kind of want to put a little bit of context on it because a lot of people lost their minds whenever Stephen Jones said this. And I'm looking at the interview. I'm looking at the whole interview. I watched it twice, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, why are people getting mad at him saying we're going to be selectively aggressive? Isn't that what every GM and owner does in the league? The only difference between it is the fact that they don't say it and Stephen Jones does. Because being selectively aggressive, everybody's going to go into this draft and pick and choose. But everybody's going to go into the draft. I mean, not the draft, but the free agency picking and choosing. They're not going to day one start, boom, we're taking them. Boom, we're taking them. We're taking them. Anybody that comes up in free agency, they're not going to do that. They're going to sit back, look at the field, look at the free agents, and then be selectively aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand why a lot of people jumped on Stephen Jones for making that whole statement because it's true. And I know a lot of Cowboys fans, they want to hear well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. Carlito Cash, what's going on with you? You know, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. But do we really want to show our hand? You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? Do we really want to just go out there and say, yeah, well, we're looking to get this person. We're not gonna go for Myles Garrett, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna get this person in the draft, that person. If they say all that stuff and then they don't do it, how the hell is Cowboys Nation gonna take that? How are we gonna take it? We're gonna take it just like when Jerry Jones said we're going all in, because we're gonna have this expectation that they're just gonna go out there and do all these crazy moves in order to get us to where we want to be, when they're just gonna be selectively aggressive. He said what everybody needs to hear, I guess. Trey Lance said that he's betting on himself. Trey Lance said that he's betting on himself. Hey, put that bet in. Like I said in my video, I said it in the video yesterday. Trey Lance, and everybody knows this, Trey Lance needs reps. And with the Dallas Cowboys, that is not a good spot. It's not a good spot to go in order to get reps. Like, you have you have a franchise quarterback firmly placed his feet in the ground with the Dallas Cowboys, and we're asking this rookie to come out. Well, not even a rookie, really. He was the rookie in San Fran, but we're asking this pretty much rookie who's never really seen the field to come over here and get reps with the Dallas Cowboys. You're QB3. You're not even QB2. Cooper Rush is QB2, or was. You're not going to get the opportunity that you need to get with the Dallas Cowboys. I wish he could, because he's young, just go down to the USFL, get some reps, get your accuracy up, because his arm it's a cannon. His legs, very useful. Like, he could be a useful backup quarterback in the NFL if he just had that experience. He, unfortunately, with the pandemic and everything that was happening while he was in college, he didn't have much college play. Didn't have, between high school and the NFL, didn't have too many reps. So that was really the San Francisco 49ers rolling the dice. They crapped out, and then we saw the dice. It's like, oh, give us a chance, and we crapped out too. And that was another thing on Shannon Sharp's nightcap. He was talking about, why'd y'all give up a 4th round pick? Y'all gave up a 4th round pick for Trey Lance. He should be your backup. Trey Lance is gonna be a free agent, so he's not gonna be our backup. And if a team goes out there and is willing to give him 6 or 7 million, then the Cowboys ain't gonna give him that. We give Cooper Rush 2 million. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna give Trey Lance anything that's outrageous like that. So go to the draft, look for a backup. Right now, we got Will Greer in the building, so that can be your backup if something were to happen. Knock on wood. I hope nothing does happen, but that could be your backup in the case of emergency. You get your rookie quarterback in the draft with one of those 5th round compensatory picks and call it a day. Carlito said Trey Lance can retire for all I care. He better play some Madden. Man, Trey Lance is pretty good in Madden. He fast in Madden. Let's see what's going on in there. All right, let's see. Did y'all want to keep Trigger Trey? I mean, I wouldn't want to keep Trigger Trey for the simple fact, like I said, he's just going to cost too much in the long run for a backup quarterback that's going to be hopefully just holding a clipboard. Hopefully nothing happens to Dak Prescott to where he would have to even come in, unless we just spanking the opposing team. No diddy. People thought of it, and people took it as being cheap. What, Trey? Not wanting Trey? I mean, it ain't cheap, but at the same time, like, you're gonna give $6-7 million to a guy that just really don't do nothing. I mean, I hate to be in this man's pockets. I wish him all the best in the world, but you wasting a roster spot, my guy. Like, we ain't gonna use you. And so if he bet on himself, go bet on yourself, man. Don't let the Dallas Cowboys just stop your NFL experience or your NFL career. Go out there, test free agency, do what you got to do, and hopefully a team picks him up. Because given the opportunity and given the experience, he could probably be useful. And wouldn't it be a kick in the face? Wouldn't it be? Oh, hold on. I got somebody coming in. Oh, I didn't even see you. My bad. Big time show in the building. What's going on with your brother?
What's up? What's up? What's up with you and to everybody in the chat line? Won't be on long, but my brother put the bat signal in there, and here I am, real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and say what I got to say and get on down. Always a pleasure to hear one of the best in the game, an angry Cowboy fan, the creative one that I like to call him. Super, super, super content creator with substance. It's one thing to get on the show and just be flapping your mouth all the time, but it's another whole different thing when you got a guy on here that kind of know what he's talking about. Angry Cowboy fan, one of those guys. So always good to hang with you, bro.
Oh, that's always good to have you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I wanted I was listening. I wasn't gonna call in because I'm actually getting ready to leave. Probably in the next 10 minutes or so. But I heard you talking about Steven Jones and the selectively aggressive comment that he made. First of all, it was staged. Number one, because he said it about two or three different times. You can tell he probably had a nice little talk to some PR person or whatever, trying to dress it up. But I think,
Mm.
and I love your piece because it came with a different perspective than most Cowboy fans like me, who has a real problem with Stephen Jones. I was good to hear your just the opposite perspective, and and I think one thing that you have to you gotta admit, or at least you gotta at least accept, people can change even though you see no signs of changing. There's
Right.
always the first time. There's always the first time. And you kind of reminded me of that, even though I don't believe it. But it is true that people can change, and maybe there is a different uh, approach to free agency now. What's up? Hey, I see you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. What's going on?
He said,
Um,
do another
what did he
draft. We'll
say?
do another draft another time.
Oh man, yeah. Trust me. If I had time, I would do it with him. And trust me, you're gonna see a lot of the content creators. I said on my show just a couple days ago that you're going to start seeing a lot of us come together now because we all pretty much are on the same page of what we need to see and what we like to. We're trying to jump in the shoes of the Jones family. We already know what we feel like. Um, what would make this team better, but you can't really worry about us because the Jones usually do the opposite of what we're thinking anyway. So that's so you got to jump into their shoes and try to see what you gonna do. And because I just said that, Andrew, I really don't see nothing really changing.
Mm.
Me personally, I've been burnt long enough by
Mhm.
Steven and Jerry to not change my view. I'm at the point now where I'm not even judging their words. I'm judging strictly their actions.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, because if you want to call it negative or I guess the same old, I automatically said selective aggression was that you're pretty much gonna do the same thing.
Mm.
Uh, I don't. The pattern shows these are the same people that told me and the world that why would they pay X amount of dollars for one person when they can pay three of guys for that same salary that you're gonna give that one person. That's what they
Right.
said out loud. And that's what they have shown us for God knows how long now. So I don't see why the officer, even though they see around the league that teams are being overly aggressive in trying to reach for the Super Bowl. And although I feel that's the way it is, I just think that this draft and developmental thing is still very much in play. I think that they will be selectively aggressive by approaching day 10 and day 11 of free agency. That's what I'm saying. That's the selective part. I mean, that's the way that I see it. And they will selectively, aggressively go after. I can't erase the pattern that I've seen in my head for the last 8 to 10 years, and that pattern is, man, they draft for depth. They don't draft for impact. They just don't.
Right.
When we start talking about the Derrick Henrys of the world, the Bobby Wagners from a couple years ago, and the Earl Thomases from a couple years ago. They don't draft for impact. They don't have this thing by saying one guy can make that much of a difference. But you see what it did. Oh my God, Saquon Barkley, one man took him over the top.
One man.
The Baltimore, one man, was one dude. Derrick Henry with the Ravens. No, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but Lord, you can see one man what he could do. They don't believe in that. And it's kind of hard to believe that all of a sudden, now that they will. So I'm saying that they're going to see, everybody's talking about this, but if you really want to know if they're going to do it, there's some things that need to happen first before it happens. And that is, I need to see the money clear up. See, you can't go to free agency and all you got right now on the books is what, $3-4 million on the cap. If I don't see that change, we ain't talking about nothing. Now, if you're talking about taking care of OC and you're talking about taking care of Parsons, now I can see, well, just a little bit, because it's going to open up the cap a little bit. But common sense tell me, Angry, forgive me if I'm wrong. I know you done it on your show and Sports Junkie, and I know y'all have done it. If you just clear up and restructure, Dak and CD, excuse me, that's $98 million cleared right there for the cap.
Yeah,
I mean, that could be done. That could have been done yesterday. You see what I'm saying? So that would be the clue to let me know, okay, they're about to go after somebody. But if you just tiptoeing your way through this thing, and the first name you telling me is OC before Parsons, you ain't. No, I'm finna see the same old thing. Go ahead, Hank. I'm sorry.
And look at it like the selective aggression is like how aggressive they're going after Oso Odighizuwa, but not Chauncey Golston.
Bingo.
And
yeah.
And also like with the whole Rico Dowdle thing, because I bang on the table for Rico re-signing Rico Dowdle, but I could see the Dallas Cowboys, because there's a few Cowboys content creators that want Nick Chubb in a trade. So Nick Chubb, I believe his market value is like 3.3 million, and Rico Dowdle is looking at 6.2 million.
Yeah.
So I could see the Dallas Cowboys letting Rico walk, signing a Nick Chubb, but also with what Rico Dowdle wanted in his market value, you can sign Jordan Lewis too.
Bingo. But see that just for instance, that Nick Chubb signing, what people like, see that fits. See, that's the narrative and that's the mentality that has to change as well. The Cowboys don't go after big names like that unless they're past their prime or they had injury problems.
Yes.
And see that's not gonna get it done. Why would you get Chubb? I can go get veterans. Well, I'm just saying we always got to go get the guy that's has a name but has been injured. And why do we have to do that when you can just sign $6 million? It's cheap for a running back. To be honest with you, you'd have been glad. Not you, Craig, but the Cowboys would have been glad to sign him to $6 million rather than paying for like Tony Pollard, who wanted X amount of dollars, but they franchised him $6 million would feel like a bargain right now, to be
Right.
honest with you. So I don't even understand what the problem with signing Rico would be. And if you're talking about going to get another vet, can you depend on him? I know Chubb has a name, great running back, and all that type of stuff, but the man done had 3 ACL surgeries now, two on
Yeah.
one knee, one on the other knee. Come on, man.
And then
We
and
don't
then a
even need
foot
to be
injury
doing that.
last year.
You might well keep Zeke Elliott if you're gonna keep Nick Chubb. Hello, I mean seriously. So
And
so go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and the funny thing is, A said Stephen Jones bring Zeke back.
If you talking about Chubb, I would bring neither one of them back. But I'm saying
No.
if you're gonna get Chubb, you might well just keep Zeke and be a call of the day. I mean, it is what it is. So I don't. It's just the mentality have to change. And this is the time when I've said on my show that this is the dark days of the Dallas Cowboys, only because the beginning part, we get excited about a coaching staff. This coaching staff, you got a reason to hope. You have a reason to get excited. It seems like it's some real good coaches that came in. But right between the coaching staff getting secured up and the draft and free agency, it is the area where the ball is strictly in the hands of Steven and Jerry Jones. And
Yeah.
this is when all the problems to me start for the next off season. Until they do something, angry man. Look, I don't even want to talk about it. Be honest with you, cause see, I ain't looking at free agents. I'm looking at the money that they create right now, and they're
Yeah.
not taking any steps to do it. They're being slow, like they did with CD and Dak last year. They're calling the wrong names, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think that you really need to be talking about OC before Parsons. You go ahead and get Parsons locked up because he's gonna cost a lot of money. Then you see what you got left. If you then you restructure CD, then you restructure that. And before you know it, you got $100 million, right? Just with those two. I ain't talking about restructuring steel. I ain't talking about restructuring, Diggs contract. I ain't even talking about those, which even be more. You have all the money in the world right
Mhm.
there, and then you can go after a big
Yeah.
fish in the pond. So that until I see that, I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking nothing, and I'm just gonna be upset. I'm not gonna be upset. I'm expecting it because this is the pattern that we've seen. So overly aggressive, you're gonna be overly aggressive. What on day 5, maybe? Maybe instead of going after the big fish, maybe you'll instead of going to get the Rolls Royces, maybe you'll finally go get a Mercedes instead of buying Honda Accord. No
Right.
shot to those that have Honda Accord. I'm just trying to give an analogy of when you got the chance to get a Rolls Royce, you don't even want to look at the car. You want to go straight to the Honda Accord section. That's my problem.
See, I think my issue is like you don't even try for the Rolls Royce. You don't even
Don't even
call for
try.
the Rolls Royce. Like
No.
even if you don't land it, even if you
Yeah.
you you know you land a BMW or something, you didn't try
Yeah.
for this one.
Yeah.
Try if you get turned down, if somebody outbids you, then at least you tried.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one. But
Yeah.
um Big Star says he's more intrigued by the coaching staff than excited at this point. And
Yeah.
that's my thing. Like I know there was a lot of people that was angry with the fact of Brian Schottenheimer getting hired and the process being skipped over and all this stuff. But I feel like with Brian Schottenheimer, he is a coach that is fighting for what the players are fighting for as well. He
Yeah.
doesn't have that Super Bowl ring in his in his trophy case. His father, who
Yeah.
was a legendary coach, doesn't have that Super Bowl ring. I feel like that is more of a spark for Brian Schottenheimer to get in here and want to fight in the trenches with his guys in order to
Yeah.
get that Super Bowl than somebody like a Mike McCarthy who has a Super Bowl and he can be like, at the end of the day, I can retire knowing that I'm still a Super Bowl champion, even if I don't win another one.
Well, what he's done is, to be honest with you, and it's brilliant. I don't know if he was thinking this way, but I just tell you the way that I see it. he's brilliant because he got the kind of guys that are gonna come in hungry. For instance, like Ken Dorsey, who just lost 2 jobs. He's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Uberflux, who was a coach, head coach, defensive coordinator. He's taking this thing like this is maybe his last job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As a defensive coordinator, he got a guy who's hungry. Everybody has something to prove. And then the guys that are coming from college, that are moving into new spots, they're all hungry. So you're gonna get your best effort out of them. Whatever they got in the tank, you're gonna get the best from them. That's what you want. That's why you keep hearing everybody on the same page, because Brian Schottenheimer is smart enough to know, like, man, everybody not on board with this. They wanted Dion. They didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? They wanted Bill Belichick. They didn't want me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They some of you wanted Kellen Moore. They didn't want me. I got something to prove.
Right.
And so now you get a bunch of hungry coaches together that know how to coach. You're gonna be good on that. But even in that, Angry Cowboy fan and chat group, I'll leave y'all with this. Again, I believe that's gonna turn into the hands of Jerry and Steven. I'll give you the prime example. I said this before. I just feel like, man, look, everybody knows what kind of guys they are. They physical, and they're leaning heavily toward the running game. Okay, let's get into the season. Okay, whoever the running back is, whether it's a rookie or it's a vet, whatever. Let's just say that the Cowboys are leading the league in rushing attempts, which is highly possible with these guys. They
Mm-hmm.
may even be leading the league in rushing. It's possible
Yep.
with these guys that you have. I can see Jerry Jones walking in maybe somewhere around week 5 and walking there and just mess it up by simply telling him, hey, man, look, I got a quarterback that I'm paying $60 million for. I got a wide receiver that I'm paying $34 million for. I'm not paying Dak Prescott $60 million a year for him to turn around and hand the ball off all the time. I ain't
Right.
paying them to only throwing the ball for 25 times a game. You need to throw the ball this week. And the reason why I'm saying that, because you guys remember in the Pittsburgh game last year, when Rico finally showed up,
Yep.
Zeke Elliott started crying, y'all. Y'all remember that? Zeke Elliott started crying. What happened when he cried? Rico Dowdle the next week was in a jogging suit, sitting on the
Yeah.
sideline with a healthy scratch, and Ezekiel Elliott was your starting running back. You know why that happened? Because Jerry got involved and messed everything up. Rico could have had almost 1,500 yards last year. He did well, but he messed up by letting Jerry, because he loved Ezekiel Elliott, he involved himself. I could see the same thing happening, because he gonna say, I'm paying too much money for my number one receiver, all pro wide receiver. I'm paying $60 million. He's the highest paid player in the league history. And ain't nowhere in the world I'm fit to keep letting you just hand the ball off. He got to earn his money, throw the football, and that's what's gonna mess us up. I'm telling you.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping, because what I've been seeing, like with the hire of Brian Schottenheimer, that wasn't a Jerry Jones decision, really. I mean, ultimately it boils down to Jerry, but that was more of Jerry was in the seat of looking for other coaches, but Steven and Jerry Jr. wanted Brian Schottenheimer. So at
Bingo.
the end, they got Brian
Let him do
Schottenheimer.
let him do what he do. And because of I seen Jerry stick his nose in as of recently last year, I will believe it when I see it. And so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not giving them no credit. I hope they'll let him coach, because I think he's gonna do a great job for us, to be honest with you. I really do. I think he's assembled a pretty real good staff together.
Mhm.
And again, that part I'm feeling real secure in. My problem is this particular time right here, where it's real quiet. The draft ain't started, free agency haven't started, and these guys are having meetings how they're going to attack it. But if you're going to attack it with the wrong mindset and wrong approach and the same old, man, you're going to be sitting right here again next year, right around this time, saying the same things that we've been saying. We can't stop the run. Where are the defensive tackles? We've been saying this for 8, 10 years. We're going to be saying, is Dak Prescott a top 10 quarterback? We're going to be saying, why this, why that. I mean, it's gonna be the same argument unless I see some change. And maybe the coaching staff will be, if they do the same thing, then it is gonna be the coaching staff that will change the mindset, mentality, and the culture of this place. And that's the only hope. That's really the only hope that I see. So I don't know, Hank.
I hear you, and we definitely have to take that approach. They have to show us better than they can tell us. I mean, I don't think anybody in Cowboys Nation is really getting their hopes up. I hope that they're not, but there are things that we're looking at like, well, I hope they do this. I hope they do that. But just don't attach your emotions too much because you might get them shut down.
Well, it's real simple for me, man. Based off injuries, where if I'm just going to, in a perfect world, I'm just gonna act like my guys on defense are healthy. Let's just play that game real quick. You don't have to sign all the free agents when you already got a super squad behind you. I got 3 all pros right now on the roster of the Cowboys on defense. If they're healthy, I got Diggs, I got Bland, I got Parsons. I got a missile in Overshawn. You know what I'm saying? A guy that could potentially be something later. I know he's not gonna play this holiday this year. I'm just saying, in a perfect world, when you get some of these guys there, you got some pretty decent safeties. They're decent, good enough. And you give me Sam Williams coming back, who's a missile coming from the other side. All you gotta do is just stay out of the obvious penalty stuff. But he's gonna be a problem this year. Nealon is pretty good. If you resign Golston, that's pretty good. And if you get Olsen, if you do sign Olsen, that's another Pro Bowler. Well, then that tells me all you need to add is just one nice piece. You ain't got to sign 3 or 4. You just need one to go with that. And then let's go play football. If you go offensively, hello, guess what? I believe you're going to attack the obvious thing, which is the running back position this year. But why settle for second and third best? If Jimmy is there and you feel like he's the best, get him.
Take him.
If you feel like Omari Hampton is the best running back, he'll probably be there in the second round. Get him. If it's Caleb Johnson, stop playing around talking about, well, no, we're going to wait till the 5th round and we're going. No. Go on, get your Rolls Royce now. And the other thing, you doubling up CD every game, you still putting up the number. What common sense tell you, Angry? If you give me another wide receiver 2 that's going to demand respect, and he's sitting right there in your face, if McMillan falls to 12 like a lot of people think he is, it's not even a question for me, even if Genty is there. I'm turning that card in so fast for McMillan, it's going to make your head. I don't need the full 3 minutes. I don't need it. All I need is 10 seconds. Go give me McMillan, and then I'm just going to say, I got CD and McMillan, and whoever my running back going to be, let's go play football. And Dak is there.
Whoa.
Let's go play football. See, it ain't going to take much. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to take much. No, I don't want T. Higgins. T. Higgins is going to cost me too much. I know the Jones family not going to do that. That's unrealistic. In a perfect world, I would love to have him. But Jerry Jones not going to pay no $30 million one wide receiver and $30 million, 34 to another one. That's not going to happen. So go give me young guys like that. It's not going to take much. Everybody messed up. This team is loaded with talent. All we need is just one piece of free agents. That's it. Angry man, I love you, brother. You know that. I'm gonna holler and get you on the same thing, man. Appreciate you, man.
Brother. Man, appreciate you, bro. Oh, shoot. I cut him off. Sorry, Bishop. Dang, I didn't cut him off like that, man. That's my bad. Yo, Leo Bridgewater in the house. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? He says, what's good at the Angry Cowboys Fan? Is it out of the realm of possibilities that your new head coach is as culpable for the media? Let's start that over. All right. Is it out of the realm of possibilities that your head coach is as culpable for the mediocrity within the star, giving his time in the organization? I don't know if he had that much. I don't know if he had that much pull. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have enough pull to actually call the offensive plays with the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't know if Brian Schottenheimer's impact on the team as being the offensive coordinator gave him enough power to establish any type of culture of mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? From the stories that I've heard is the fact of like 2023 when we went into the bye week and things automatically changed. We went from like starting out slow to things just changing on the offensive side of the ball. I heard Brian Schottenheimer, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb had something to do with that. That Brian Schottenheimer was going to Mike McCarthy saying that we need to do this more. We need to push this. We need to push the ball down the field more, so on and so forth. So I don't know if he is culpable for the mediocrity, but we'll see this year. We'll see this year depending on how the Dallas Cowboys do, what the attitude is going on in free agency and in the draft, and then what people get away with, what like their discipline out on the field. If you're getting false starts and everything like that on the offensive side of the ball, we'll see. But right now, Brian Schottenheimer is a huge question mark. He has been with the organization, for a few years, but as a head coach, actually calling the plays for the Dallas Cowboys, he's just a huge question mark. So we really, really don't know at this time. But Ty Church, Dak for 30 to 35 passes, I'm good. Yeah. Big Mike didn't like Zeke. Shoot. Yeah, that's why he ain't getting no playtime. Big Mike knew that Rico Dowdle should have been the RB1, but like they were saying, Jerry Jones wanted Zeke in that position, and it's like, all right, you're the owner, just put him in. And then I bet Mike McCarthy was like, see, we need to put Rico in. But Angie says, Big Sarge, because to the Joneses, it's business, not football. And that's the sad thing. And I hope that with the changing of the guard, I said this a couple weeks ago, that it just feels like Steven is having more of a say and Jerry is fading off into the background. He's kind of doing that Homer Simpson meme where he's fading into the bushes. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we can say that we know that it's going to be the same old thing, but under a Stephen Jones-led Dallas Cowboys team without much impact from Jerry Jones, we just don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully that philosophy of business first, football second changes, but we can only hope with that. Sucks. And sadly, that's exactly what the hated Eagles have done with Hurts. But I mean, come on now, we gotta keep it a buck. Hurts wasn't like lights out this year. No matter what an Eagles fan tells you, Drew, he wasn't lights out this year. I still take Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts any day. All right, let's see. I kind of agree, but I think the coaching culture different. The coaching culture difference. Hey, Sports Junkie in the building. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you? I ain't see you come up in here. Yeah, we had a couple people on. We did a mock draft and everything. Doing some good stuff here. Should we consider bringing back D-Law? It all depends on what D-Law's asking for. Like if D-Law is coming in and asking for another record-breaking contract, things like that, and I don't know. I don't know if we should keep that. We got Marshawn Nealon, second year. We could go into this draft getting another defensive end, but at the same time, I still believe like D-Law, he still has that passion to want to pursue that ring. Like I said, I think it was a couple lives ago that there was a play. It was a screenplay, and the screenplay had gotten away from the defense. And you seen Micah Parsons with his hands on his hips and starting to trot, but you saw DeMarcus Lawrence chase the running back all the way down the field and finally get the tackle. It's like this man still has a little bit of tread on the tires. I don't know if he's willing to play ball with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why we would move off of him. But and the whole rift between him and Micah Parsons, like Micah Parsons has to realize if you're going to be a leader, you're going to be a leader of all men, not a leader of most men, and not be the leader to the guy that was the former leader. You know what I'm saying? I don't think D Law would have an issue with tipping the hat toward Micah Parsons, saying, "This is your team now. Lead us." But Micah Parsons done took that whole leadership thing and it's like, get out. Nah, bro, don't do that. Be a leader of all men. But I would like to see D Law come back, but at the same time, there's a lot of people saying cut bait, cut your losses. You know. Let's see. Jerry Jones closed a deal on NFL player contracts like he does with his business deals, waiting for the leaves to fall. Yep. And that's the reason why we've missed out on a lot of people, Cowboys Nation. That's the reason why the Derrick Henrys didn't come here. It had nothing to do with, oh, well, our scheme didn't fit Derrick Henry. Your scheme don't fit. You make your scheme fit whenever you get somebody like a Derrick Henry. Baltimore, the scheme didn't fit Derrick Henry there. What'd they do? They changed the scheme up to make it fit. That's what real coaching does. That's what real organizations do. They don't give excuses. And that's one thing that the Jones family is known for, giving excuses. That's why I stay on their head. And I know I got some Cowboys fans out there that will say, "Why are you so hard on the Jones family?" If you got to ask that, then you're casual. Real talk. Real talk. Hurts in Dallas would be worse than Dak. Of course, LT Ray. I mean, of course, he might have more rushing yards, but as far as getting us over the hump, nah, Jalen Hurts ain't getting us over the hump. Dak Prescott is more that traditional pocket passer, that traditional quarterback than Jalen Hurts is, and he can't will us to a Super Bowl. It's going to take a lot more than just the quarterback position. And if anybody tells you that we're just one quarterback away from the Super Bowl, casual. Shoot. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Jay Odin. What's going on with you? So what's up, Angry Cowboys Fan? How you doing? And to the real Cowboys fan, Dakota Rain Prescott is not the whole team. Our reason for 30-year drought is Jerry Jones and the entire Jones family. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ought to give you an applause for that. We'll go ahead and hit you with a round of applause for that one. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I stay cracking them in the cranium, talking about things need to change. And if things don't change, we're going to get the same old. Real talk, man. It's not rocket science where, oh, I wonder why we've had a 30-year drought. Look inward, Jerry and Steven. Stop blaming it on the coaches. Stop blaming it on the players, because I feel like there's been renditions of coaching and players. Players come and players go, but we've gotten the same outcome for 30 years straight. And that's not the players. People talk about Dak Prescott is Tony Romo 2.0. Maybe it's because of the way the organization is run that has your team looking the exact same for over 30 years. People need to look inward. Like that organization, Jerry and them need to look inward. If they're talking about that they want to change from where they were last year, even though last year they were the ones that put us in this situation, we're going to have to do more with less. You got to change that outcome. You got to change that mindset, doing more with less. What quarterback does more with less? I know Jalen Hurts didn't do it. I know Patrick Mahomes didn't do it. It's imperative that we get Dak a legitimate run game. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's imperative that we do that. And I believe it is so important that it needs to be within the first 2 picks of the draft. The running game, if Ashton Genty is there, you take him. If Ashton Genty and Tet McMillan is there, I would take Tet. I'll keep it a buck. I would take Tet and then go Travion Henderson. Or maybe a Caleb Johnson. But I like Travion Henderson's build. No diddy. I like the way he runs the ball. He runs the ball angry. He runs the ball with a purpose. He'll hit you and just not care. You know, he has that Zeke Elliott type style, but he also can make you miss. That's something that I like about Travion Henderson. And I feel like if Tet was with us, collective with Travion Henderson, man, what the defense going to do? They stack the box. You got Tet and CD on the outsides. Maybe with a Jalen Tolbert, or Jalen Tolbert and Ted on the outside with CD at the slot. Even though I kind of want to get rid of Jalen Tolbert and bring somebody like Amari Cooper. Bring Amari Cooper back. Shoot, on my Madden, my receivers, I did this fantasy draft, and I got Dak Prescott, obviously, but my receivers are CD Lamb, T. Higgins, and Amari Cooper. Boy, could you imagine? Gee, could you imagine that? Man, but we're going to get through these comments real quick, and then I got to eat something. Y'all been on here for 2 hours. I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support for the channel. Appreciate y'all being here. But most of Give D-Law is a 2-year deal, man. Okay. Give him a 2-year deal. And maybe at the end of that 2 years, or maybe even at the end of that 1 year, he retires. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to play this next year, you could do, and I hate to say it like this, but you could do a guaranteed deal with him. 1 year guaranteed. All right, you get through this year. Do you want to play again next year? Yeah, sure. I'll play again. 1 year guaranteed. And then the next year he could just retire. He might think that way. He's tired of, just like Aaron Donald did. He was like, man, I'm tired of the hustle and bustle. I'm tired of the mini camps and going to training camp and all this stuff. Like, he could do that. So leave it up to him. And if he's willing to give like a discount, because everybody knows about no taxes in Texas, blah, 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 blah. If he's willing to say, I won't take that much out of your pockets, I just want to remain a Cowboy for this year, and then who knows after that, let him stay. He still got a little tread. It'll put him at 34 years old. Absolutely correct. LT Ray, put him at 34. No truer statement has been stated. All right. No truer statement has been stated. 34 ain't old, but for the NFL, that's around the time to get out. Yeah. Age before you get out, age before you really start taking real damage. Yeah. I mean, shoot, D-Law's been taking damage, but that's before you want to do anything permanent. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little bit longer to heal when you get older. Believe me. D-Law and Micah can no longer coexist at this point, and time with Micah's recent comments. And that's what I stated earlier. Like, Micah, he has to learn how to be a leader and to lead everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't alienate somebody in the locker room, especially when that somebody was the previous leader before you came. Learn, co-lead, then lead. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to force somebody out because you feel like I'm the leader and you're not the leader anymore. The old guard. This is the new guard. No. This is the Dallas Cowboys. This is the team. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's how I ended my last video. Hey, Joe, all the way from Italy. What's going on with you? Says, what's up, Cowboys Nation? What's going on with you, Joe, man? It's good to be it's good to be worldwide, man. I love that. I love that the Dallas Cowboys reach the entire globe. You know what I'm saying? Said we need a Tupac hit 'em up track against the we need a Not Like Us against the Jones family. But I mean, shoot, Jerry going through his thing. I think that's, and I don't want to touch base on it because it's not football, but I think that's one of the reasons why you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they had that whole court situation going on, and if he showed his face in front of the media with that court stuff going on, they gonna blast him about it. Forget free agency, forget the draft. What about that court case you got going on, Jerry? That's what they're gonna do. Oh, so we got Mike Fisher that done went live. You know me, I don't like to step on content creators' toes. Real talk. I like to get in where I fit in due time. I think whatever says get rid of Dak Prescott needs to find another team to cheer for. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You need to find, if you don't have your quarterbacks back, hit the door. Nah, I'm joking. But for real, you got to have your quarterbacks back, no matter whether you agree with it or not. you kind of got to have your quarterbacks back. Like, I mean, some people don't agree with Donald Trump, but that ain't going to turn your back on America. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, DC Forel, what's going on with you? Now, what's good, Angry? Hope everything is good with you and your family. DC for life. Let's go, Cowboys. And he says, what's good, Cowboys Nation? Yes, things are going really well with the fam, with my brother and everything. He's more cheerful, you know, because losing a limb, it can be really rough. I told him, I was like, man, you need to go ahead and start a YouTube channel and just chart your journey, because I believe that there's people out there that are going through something similar or have gone through something similar, and they love to hear from people that are going through it. And he's just so shy. Like, my brother's so shy because he was like, man, I keep saying it, I'm gonna have to get on the Angry Cowboys Fan and thank everybody. I was like, but you shy. So probably what we're gonna do, we're gonna make another video and put it up for the members and everything so they can see it. But anywho, let's get this last one. Tricks in the building. Gotta get Tricks. Says draft a back and get Chubb. Javonte Williams in free agency. I don't like the Chubb idea. I don't like the Nick Chubb idea, because you go out, you get Nick Chubb, you got him in a roster spot, and then all of a sudden he gets injured again. You know, all of a sudden something happens to that knee again. Now we're searching for another running back. You know what I'm saying? I think you're good with the veteran running back that you have in house, while also drafting another running back to be the bell cow in the future of the Cowboys. You know, like, what good would be to just bring Nick Chubb in, because we would bring him in just for a 1-year deal. You know, I mean, maybe Javonte Williams, but I'd have to take a look at him. But I bang on the table. Just re-sign Rico. Real talk. Amen. I was blind, now I see. And Dewtown says, your brother needs to come over and be with the Cowboy. He said it last night, actually. I was talking to him. He's like, man, I don't know whether I'm a Panthers fan or a Cowboys fan, because I know more about the Cowboys now than I do the Panthers. And like during the season, he would, like, when I wasn't live streaming and everything, I'd be on the phone with him and we would be watching the Dallas Cowboy game. Even if the Panthers were playing at that time, him and I would be watching the Cowboys game. So he's like, man, I think I'm probably more Cowboys fan now than a Panthers fan. I'm like, come to the dark side, Luke. Yeah, Chris, I'd love to bring my brother on. Like I said, he's super shy. He's super shy. He don't know if he can do the whole live stream thing. But guys, like I said, I truly appreciate you. It's been 2 hours. The 2-hour mark just hit 3 minutes ago, and your man is hungry. I gotta go eat something. But we trying to get together, you know, the call line, and I ain't trying to bite nobody's style, but this is just where the content creation space is going. People are getting call-in lines. I have the stuff to do it, but I just don't know how to set it up. So I'm going to do my due diligence, watch videos and stuff, try to set this up so when people don't want to have to show their face by clicking the link, they can just call in and give their raw and uncut that way. But if you have joined this live and you're not a part of the Angry Cowboys Fan family, just hit that subscribe button. That's all you got to do. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with somebody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, because right now I'm trying to get to 10K. 10,000 subscribers, and I believe we're like 495 people away. So you guys could definitely help me do that, and I would truly appreciate it. Angie says, go kick your feet up and eat. Enjoy the stream. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you. Man, we're trying to find a time where we can get in, where we fit in, because like I said, I don't like to step on people's toes, but I do like to talk to you guys. So we're going to find an official time so we can continue to talk. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Had to find my outro. And I'm out.